Hey, talking about Doctor Who again. Hey, and guess what? I have something good to say about it now. Yeah, the last couple of episodes reviewing Doctor Who, I was a little negative on them, but I really liked this one. Here's why. It was structured very well, first of all. I haven't really talked about this in other ones, but like, the structure well is kind of relative depending on how you look at it, because it can be not technically structured well, but still be very good. Now this one, it's clear. You see a little snippet at the beginning that kind of is like a motivation for why they go to where they end up going. Yaz is talking to her grandmother, and she convinces the doctor to take her there. Then we go there, we meet her family, and there's something that's not quite matching up with what Yaz expected. And then we see there's a villain that's like clearly established as the villain, but then later on in the episode, there's a little twist that changes it around, and kind of a new character kind of emerges as the main villain. And that's kind of a well-structured way to make an episode. Now, in a way, it's kind of like it's kind of how a movie would be structured, but this is a great way to do it here. And the structure kind of ties into the plot, which I also really liked. We have her traveling to the past, 1947. There's this conflict going on in the country of India at the time. So we get taught some history, exactly like what I said with Rosa. It's kind of what the show was intended to be back in 1963. So we learned some history from this. Okay, so I'm editing right now, and I just realized that my segment on plot was like super short, so yeah, sorry about that. And I don't really talk about the plot at all. Jodie Whittaker, I said that in episode 4 is when she clicked for me, but I mean, she's just been getting better since then. This is like the peak for me. She was amazing. It's the way she's playing these lines, that these random thoughts pop into her head, like, oh, I was supposed to be keeping track of points. Darn it, I forgot about that.
Darn it! Darn it!
Oh, yeah, I love biscuits.
And a biscuit.
Why is he not chicken poo?
Why a biscuit? I love biscuits.
Biscuits! Just things like that. It's just so well done. So in the last episode, she had a stethoscope, and now that welding mask that we've seen before, she was just wearing that in the TARDIS. I like that. That was quirky and funny. And there are a lot of quirky little funny things like that that just make what she's doing so great. Like, if she keeps this up, she might turn out to be one of the best doctors we've seen. Okay, so this episode was like a Yaz development episode, because we kind of had the other two companions that were a little bit more developed than Yaz, but in this one, it kind of developed Yaz's character more, and they did a very good job with that. But now that all three of them are developed, I mean, they're great companions, some of my favorites. We see her interact with her family long before she was born, and it's a cool way to see the relationship between them before they even know each other. And a lot of the supporting cast, which is like mainly talking about like the family of Yaz and stuff like that, I said a lot in a lot of the other stories that it felt a little too crowded with too many side characters, and this one did have a lot of side characters, which, you know, and I love that, but it didn't really feel crowded because a lot of them, their purposes didn't feel like either like they didn't do enough or like they did too much, and they did things like that. They kind of evened it out better, and I like that about it a lot. Okay, I was going to have to talk about this eventually in this one. It's just hitting me more than ever with this episode. I usually talk about this later in the review, but it's the music. Oh my god. This is the best I've heard the music this season. It was so good! That just the way that it mixes and gels with the scenes it's played with, and like the sadness of it, and like the little drums that it was playing because of and stuff like that. Just the little things it does, and with this new composer, Segan Akinola, man, he is amazing. I'm loving him. It hypes me up for the scene and the episode, and it just makes me more excited. One thing this episode really had that the episode prior to this did not. It's tension. The other one, it didn't have any tension. This little creature, it was supposed to be all scary and stuff, but he looked like a baby. But we're not talking about that episode. We're talking about this episode. This one had tension. There's many moments throughout the episode where different people who we believe to be the bad guys are doing other things, and they're chase things where they're running, and then all these cool things are happening, and it creates tension, and that makes you more invested in the episode, and it creates a better experience for the viewers. So I don't exactly remember what they're called, but those things that the Doctor believes originally to be assassins, and they were until their planet was destroyed. We don't know how the planet was destroyed. The design, it was
Pretty good.
it was the characters themselves that made them really cool. Because they weren't villains at all. They weren't doing anything bad. They were just there. They were just honoring people who were dying alone. I think that's how it was. But the problem is that there are a lot of people that die alone, probably, sadly. But so I'm not sure how that works. But that's not even a complaint. I don't even know why I'm talking about that. They were mysterious, and they were a little bit scary too. And it just brought the tension. Tension's good. Good job. And the little teleportation stuff that was happening with that looked really cool, and it reminded me of like the apparition and disapparition, however you say that, in the Harry Potter movies. And I just love the way they did that in the Harry Potter movies. It looks so cool. And it's similar to that, not as great, but similar to that here, I like that. And Jodie Whittaker, I think I'm totally calling what her catchphrase is going to be. It's like this. What? 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 Ugh, I can't do it. Anyway, yeah, Capaldi didn't really have a catchphrase. I think it was shut up, though, yeah. It was shut up. Roll clip.
Shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, shut up, just shut up, shut up, shut up, shut it up. Shut up.
Oh, and just every second I'm seeing with this new interior of the TARDIS is making me love it more. At first, I actually wasn't completely sure about that, but I'm liking it a lot, actually.
Well, I can't really think of anything else to say, so until next time, goodbye!